Hey there, I'm Tim from Explore Consulting, and in this video I want to go over 5 ways to help your Amazon website gain more organic ranks, specifically in Google. Now here at Explore we have a lot of customers who build their websites on Amazon, and for them there's a lot of great reasons to do this. You get access to their technology, to their order fulfillment, to their payment processing, to the trusted customer reviews, and to their customers. And for them there's a lot of wonderful reasons to do this. Now these Amazon websites, they're really good at selling product, but they're not as adept at marketing those websites. That is, when you get somebody to the website, then they're really good at selling. But getting somebody to the website in the first place, that's where the challenge is at. So we have a lot of customers who come to us at Explore and say, hey, can you help us gain more organic rank for our Amazon website? For these customers, I go over these 5 factors. Number 1 is just crawling your website. This is just checking the basic health and status of your website to make sure that all pages are crawlable and accessible. I like to use either Screaming Frog or Xena Link Sleuth for this. And when I go ahead and I go these tools on Amazon websites, they do very well. Where I see people, they sometimes make mistakes, is sometimes they discontinue a product, but they have links pointing to the old product that no longer exists. Or sometimes they have images which are no longer there, but they're still coming up in the product page. Or every now and then I even caught Amazon itself timing out on a couple of the image displays. And that's just something I know to watch for later on. But most of the time, with those 2 errors, look for them and then you can take care of them. Number 2 is having a good keyword scheme. Now a lot of times when customers, they go ahead and they just put in the name of the product and they think that that's enough. But a lot of times what users, when they're in Google, often what they type into Google doesn't match the name of the product. And so for instance, I have a customer and she makes a really wonderful and great organic mosquito spray. I use it every time I go camping. And she was getting some decent amount of traffic on this, but when I looked at the search data, not only were people searching on mosquito spray, they were searching on mosquito repellent. So we went ahead and built up content for that term, then she got more searches on it and more sales. I have another customer. He makes these really wonderful premium poker tables. And boy, I certainly want to play against him. He makes them for 6, 7, or 8 people. So when people were searching for it, they were searching on 6-sided poker table, 7-sided poker table. But when they hit 8, they went to octagon poker table. So for whatever reasons, people, they weren't fond of heptagon or hectagon poker table. But on 8, they went ahead and switched to lexicon. They went to octagon. So that's the term we introduced. Likewise, for your content, make sure that you're actually using the terms that people search upon as opposed to just your own product description. Number 3 is emphasizing the category. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take, say, a real guy analogy here and go with Tim's Baseball Store. A lot of times these Amazon websites, like a lot of other websites, they start off with the top level page. We'll call this Tim's Baseball Store. Then on the top level, it breaks down to the categories. So I click on one of these categories and I go and say baseball gloves. On the category level page, then it breaks down to the individual products. Let's say I click on one of these products and I get to the XK1 Super Glove. Now this schema, it works really well when people are doing branded level searches. So if someone types in Tim's Baseball Store, they're going to hit my top level page. And the schema does fairly well when people do product level searches, when they're deep searching. So if someone types in the XK1 Super Glove, they'll hit my product level page. But where the schema it breaks down is on the category level search. So let's say like there's somebody out there who sadly never heard of Tim's Baseball Store, has never heard of the XK1 Super Glove, but this would be a perfect product for them. I mean, they'd be willing to buy it if they just found it. When these people, when they're in the initial phase of their research, they typically start off with category level searches. So they're going to start off typing baseball gloves and searching for results on that. We want to hook them up with our category level page in that search. Now, the breakdown is that these category level pages, they just don't have enough meat to go ahead and rank well. There's no content. They need to use internet marketing on them to help them rank. And right now, that's just not present. And kind of the disconnect is that since they're not going to hit the product level or the category level page, they're not going to find the website to buy later on. I see typically what happens is that people, when they go ahead and do their first research, they start for these category level searches, they go to the website to find the product that they want, and then like 2 days later they think, oh yeah, I want to go ahead and buy that baseball glove. I was on Tim's Baseball Store. They'll type in Tim's Baseball Store, hit my top level page, and then complete the buy cycle then. So if we want to get them to buy in the second phase from our website, we have to connect them at the first phase when they're doing the category level search, and that's where emphasizing this page becomes very important. Number 4 is having a purposeful title and meta description. Now, under a classic Google search result, you get 10 listings. Each listing is composed of 2 elements: the title, which is 70 characters or less, and the meta description, which is 160 characters or less. From the product level page, these components are imported, auto-imported from 2 parts, from the product title and the product description. When I see this happen, it usually breaks down in 2 ways. First of all, on Google, it has hard limits, 70 characters and 160 characters, but on the product page, it doesn't. So a lot of times, this text, it will overflow, and then it breaks into very bad results in the search. So I've seen things like discover the best way to, and then it breaks up, or learn how to ... or this is best at, and it just completely breaks off. You need to make sure that you have the full sentiment captured within the search results. Second of all, specifically when the product description comes into the meta description, typically the product description flows over 160 characters, or it contains a lot of irrelevant information. So I've seen things like made in China, or package weighs 3.2 pounds, or the box is 42 inches long. And when that information makes it into the search result listing, then it's just irrelevant. It's not relevant to what the searcher wants to click through on. So as a counterexample, think of I like Zappos, for instance. I was just taking a look at their stuff the other day, and their meta description, it says things like free shipping both ways, we have wonderful customer service, they talk about the warranty. So when you see that sort of text and you read it in the search results, it becomes a lot more compelling to click through upon. Likewise, you need to make sure on your product pages you have very compelling titles and meta descriptions, so when it comes up in the search, people are a lot more likely to go ahead and click through upon it. Now, this great advice, it comes with one caveat, and that is on Amazon, you can go ahead and customize the title and meta description very easily on your top level page and your category level page, but not on your product level pages, at least for right now. That's because these product pages, they're auto-generated from the product catalog, and they don't have any native ability to go ahead and adjust the title and meta description for them. So right now you have to kind of do this wonky scripting to go ahead and get around it. It's a bit of a drag, but it's definitely worth it. Number 5 is your on-page SEO. Now, I could go over at least 20 factors to help your on-page SEO, to help your page gain more organic rank. I'm just going to go over 2 of them for right now. First of all, that is, make sure you have an H1 tag present on your page. Make sure that your good keywords are in that H1 tag, and you go ahead and you talk about the product a bit. Now, be sure you don't overstuff it, don't go on too long, don't talk too much, but just make sure that your H1 tag is relevant. And second of all, put in some good content onto your page. I'd like to see at least 100 words of content. So that gives Google some ability, gives it some meat to go ahead and hook into. Anyway, start with these 5 factors, and you'll definitely help your page rank more. Now, if you want to reach out to us, we're at exploreconsulting.com. Our email address is engage@exploreconsulting. Our Twitter handle is explorethecloud. If you want to reach out to me, I'm at tschmidt@exploreconsulting.com. My Twitter handle is lethal-wit. And I'd like to make myself accessible to answer people's questions. So every Tuesday from 2 to 3 p.m., I have a Google Hangout going. The tag is the same, lethal-wit. You can go ahead and hit me up over there and answer as many questions as I can. That's Tuesdays, 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific time. Anyway, hope to see you there. Cheers.